But besides Chopper, I was also worried about how they would handle Dory and Brogy, since it's always going to be inherently wonky seeing live-action giants interacting with tiny humans. But the actors do a good job, and they built both tiny and large versions of the sets to make it look as good as possible. So I do commend them for going the practical route here, but in some scenes it's still hard to suspend my disbelief. But I am a little disappointed that Dory and Brogy got sidelined for a large part of the arc, especially with Brogy since they gave him a fake-out death. I know in the manga they both get incapacitated too, but here since they're not on screen for a long time, I assume it has something to do with the effects budget. Probably since it looked like Little Garden might have been the biggest set they had in the entire series so far. But still, I couldn't help but soy face at the screen when they mentioned Nika. Luffy even does a similar dance when he sings Binks Brew, and that's another moment I couldn't help but smile at. Since Brook is my favorite Straw Hat and I love that song, it was great seeing him perform it in Laboon's flashback. It's moments like these where this adaptation really shines, because now they have the opportunity to expand upon or show things in certain moments that weren't able to be seen before, and now they're able to because of our current knowledge of the series the longer it goes on for. Just like they did when they hinted at Arlong's backstory in Season 1. And they do it again in this episode where you get to see a picture of Crocus with Roger. So I'm glad they don't flat out tell you he was a member of Roger's crew. As far as we know right now, they used to be friends. The whole Laboon episode was definitely my favorite in the entire season, just barely passing Chopper's flashback episode. But despite all the characters and references that appear in this season, one thing we don't get to see is Ace. Even though at the end of Drum Kingdom in the manga we get to see him looking for Luffy, here we don't see him at all. I figured it would at least be an after credit scene like they did with Smoker in Season 1. And even though we get to see more of Wapol before Drum Kingdom, we don't see Blackbeard destroying the island, which is what caused him to leave in the first place. Though I guess in this case it's better to keep him a mystery for now.